Hi, ladies. Welcome to today's episode. And this is really a rundown of what you can expect and what it really takes to attract a healthy, committed, masculine man, right? I want to make this process as simple and easy and possibly fun for you to start attracting great men, and let it be fun. Allow it to be simple. It does not have to be hard. It does not have to take a long time. It's really a shift. So today I want to really dive into that. What really helped me to attract my husband? I attracted him when I was 31 years old, and I had been single all that time. I literally had like 3 boyfriends that wouldn't last more than 6 months because I was so afraid. I did not trust men at all. So we're gonna dive into that, the whole shebang. And I literally attracted him after implementing what I'm going to show you today and the tools that we will incorporate with every episode and everything, all the little shifts that really allowed me to become that version of me, feel that version of me who could just appear normal to have a great man. It's normal. It's normal to have such an amazing, wonderful, masculine, healthy, committed man, and really allow you to see that shift within yourself, to know what it actually takes to attract a great man, and allow it to be easy, allow it to be fun, allow it to be simple, because we have not been taught this, let alone in school and societies. Let's not even talk about social media. What you see in the movies is just not true. It literally, you're giving your power away, which we talk about also in one of the episodes. We are trained to give our power away. We are trained to let others, the actions of others make us feel a certain way. And that's literally how we attract, how we create, how we manifest. So I make this process really simple, really fun, really easy for you, because that's what I like, right? I don't like some things complex. I want it to be easy, simple. And this is just really what allowed me to attract my great man. And I still apply it to this day, because you can use this for anything. And I focus on relationships because this is what I really love and what I really suffered for so long in so many different areas of with myself, self-image, with how I thought men were. And I didn't realize how that was affecting how I was attracting. I didn't realize. I thought people were outside of me, things were happening outside of me. It had nothing to do with me, I was a good woman and everything. So let's get to it of how does this reality creation work, and what allowed me to take my power back and start creating the love life that I freaking wanted, right? I wanted to feel adored. I wanted to be cherished. I wanted to feel prioritized, right? I wanted to specifically, and this is what we talk about, because we will talk about feminine energy, masculine energy, polarity. So if you are a woman who desires to attract a healthy, committed, masculine man, meaning someone who can lead, someone who can take care of stuff, someone who could take care of you, someone where you feel safe enough in your body to not be in your mind thinking. You can relax, you can rest, you can allow him to take the lead, because you are so depleted of and overwhelmed of doing everything yourself that you are now willing to give up the reins, because you do not want to live like this. Okay. You want someone who supports, who's able to step up, who takes the lead, and you feel safe. You feel safe in your body. You feel safe with their leadership, right? You trust this other person. It's like when you go to the airport with a masculine man and you're just like, they take care of everything, right? Or if they go to the restaurant, they order the food. It's like, you just want to enjoy and be in your body, just be in your presence, be in your own energy. That's really where your feminine flow grows, right? You're just able to enjoy and be the energy, the life that you already are, right? This life force, feminine life force, which is where we, excel and what we really want to feel in our bodies to begin with. So it's a great win-win. So how reality creation freaking works, and what I needed to learn to make this easier for myself, to make this super, super easy. And there's a caveat to this, which we're going to talk about, which you may feel some resistance, because I know I did, of letting go. And the truth is this, is reality creation. We are all energy. Okay. You hear this, and all the attraction coaches or manifestation coaches everywhere, right? It's like we're energy, Deepak Chopra talks about this, but it's like, instead of just conceptualizing and just like, okay, yeah, I'm energy. It's like, you have an electromagnetic field, which is in your heart. You're always transmitting a certain type of frequency, right? And how and what you are transmitting is what you will get back. So life really isn't random. Like what you are experiencing in love is not random. It's not out of the blue. It's not because it's where you live. It's not because the type of all men are like that, right? And we're going to tune that back to how you can take your power back and how you're creating what you actually don't want. So it's great to realize that, the experiences that you're having with men are not random. They're not random at all, right? It is actually based to where you're tuned. What's your frequency? And I'm going to break this down because at first it was like so aloof, such an aloof concept. I'm like, what the heck does that even mean? Right? It's like, what? So what this means is your thoughts are creating the feelings in every moment, right? Because you're not just manifesting when you're meditating, when you're going to the retreat, when you're going to the spa, when you're by yourself. The thoughts that your mind is having is 24/7. Right? Your thoughts don't stop ever. And these thoughts are creating a certain type of feeling. Okay. And I want you to notice where are your thoughts with men in particular, and with yourself and men, because this is what's creating your frequency. Okay, whether it be in love, in passionate, in open to receive great men, or am I protected? Am I guarded? Am I in resentment? Am I angry? Am I in untrustworthy? Right? Notice what the thoughts are, because they are creating a feeling, and your feeling is your frequency. So whether you're in love, in thinking the best of them, giving them the benefit of the doubt. What is that? Like hopeful openness, right? You're like connected. You want to connect. You want to get to know them. It's like, what are those thoughts that are creating the feelings, which is your frequency, which is exactly what you are attracting and calling in from the universe. Okay. Nothing, it's random. It's based to your frequency, your feeling. So what are the thoughts that you're constantly having about men? And for me, it was, I didn't trust men. I did not believe that they could be loyal. There were always cheaters, dogs, like everything, right? They're all the same. Like they only want one thing. And I was always, so as you can imagine, right, if I'm having those type of thoughts, but then I really deeply wanted a romantic partner, a healthy, committed, masculine man who would take care of me, right? There was a disconnect. I couldn't attract a healthy, committed, masculine man if I believed that most men were untrustworthy and cheaters and dogs, and all they wanted was one thing. It's like that couldn't be possible. So I was always attracting, and meaning my frequency and my feeling was in this protected state. My heart was closed. I was always looking for the shoe to drop. Like, what are they doing? Always skeptical. I couldn't trust. I couldn't believe. So what was that doing? It was repelling men who wanted to actually connect with me because I couldn't let them in. I could not, how I thought they were is different with what I wanted. So I was feeling how and seeing who I thought they were, right? I was already, your mind is just proving what you already believed to be true. And I honestly believed that men were cheaters and dogs and they couldn't be loyal. So that's all I would see. I'm like, oh, he's just being nice because he wants one thing. Like, even if they were being genuinely honest and wanted to connect, I'm like, no, he only wants one thing. So it's like, what And obviously I kept recreating that, right? I couldn't be emotionally vulnerable. It was very shallow, or it was never anything deep, because I was also afraid of vulnerability. So I couldn't be vulnerable and sharing my thoughts and heart here and then expect an intimacy in a deep relationship when it's just not a match. So where in your life, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking about men? And you can use this to anything, but I love to focus about relationships. This is really my zone of genius and something that I've struggled with before in the past for so many years. So this is just really my MO, but you can use this with anything in life. And it's like, what are the thoughts that you have around men, around yourself with men, right? Around love. Is love easy? Is love hard? Is love suffering? What is love to you, right? Is it just like a fairy tale that doesn't really exist? Right? Like, we need to come back to reality, because it's not true. Like, no one really is really that happy with someone. So what are the thoughts? Because that is what you will continue to, those are the lenses that you will continue to put on and create in your life. Those are the lenses that you continue that outfit, right? You're putting on those men are untrustworthy, that shirt, the jeans of life is hard. Like, I'm never going to find someone in this city, right? That is the energy. That is a frequency. And like we know, everything that you experience is not random. So you are creating that. And there's not actually any negative force that's taking things away from you. It's you're just attracting things that you don't want, based on what you're focused on, what you continue to tell yourself every day, and how you're feeling. Okay. So this is super important to not just attract a great man, but be able to keep him, and not just keep him, but also create an amazing relationship, because everything is going to come up once we meet that person, all the fears, all the insecurities. And we really want to stay tuned to what are the thoughts? What are we focusing on? What is our frequency? Because that is what we're going to create. Nothing is random. It's not like, oh, wow, she just met a great man. No, that is consistently felt, consistently thought about, consistently that person, both of them working, not just talking, but you're owning your fears, your insecurities, your thoughts of lack of limitation, and you're coming back and switching them. You're changing your frequency, your energy. And that's what I had to do with my husband when I first met him. I met him in 3 months after applying this knowledge, this reality, how reality creation works, this truth of everything, the frequency that you are feeling, it's what you're emanating. The universe is just a projection of your thoughts, what you believe to be true. So it's like God is always saying yes. So if you're like, okay, men are losers, yes, okay, we'll give her more losers. Men are dogs, okay, we'll give her more dogs. Like, I won't find a man here, okay, she won't. So it's like, what are you focusing on? It's like, or if you're just always guilt tripping on yourself, it's my fault, it didn't work out. Like, okay, well, that guilt will accumulate, will expand, because that's what you're focusing on. So we want to make sure we're taking our power, and we make it really easy and simple, because you're realizing that it's within you. You have the power. If your mind is the one creating these thoughts and these feelings, then you have the power to also think different thoughts. That is really the work. Like, that is the work of thinking different thoughts, focusing on different things. Instead of focusing on things not working out, focus on things working out. Instead of focusing on the worst case scenario, what would be the best case scenario? These are all changing the feelings within you from the thoughts that you're now creating, which will change your frequency and your energy. And just like Dr. Joe Dispenza mentions, it's like, when you change your energy, you change your life. It's like everything else changes from that. You just will feel more loved. You will feel more loved, adored, cherished, prioritized. And this is just, the tip of the iceberg of what we will cover in these episodes. We know we have different tools, different things to really help you, come back to that power. But I want you to start thinking of, what are the thoughts, that outfit, those lenses, those sunglasses that you put on every day, realizing that that is exactly what you're creating. your thoughts, nothing is outside of you. And what I really want to like hone in, if anything, in this episode, and I want you to grasp and know, really take your power, make it this as simple as possible. It's like everything you need to attract a healthy, committed, masculine man and have the feeling of being adored and cherished and prioritized, right? Having that confident man, feeling good about yourself, feeling secure with a great man, feeling safe with a great man, with a great partner, with yourself, having a better relationship with love and just being adored and, you know, being ravish and all of that. It's like everything you need to create that is within you. It's a feeling. Those things that you want is within a feeling, a version of you who already has that man and all of that that's outside of you. What are those feelings that come within you, right? You want to feel secure. You want to feel safe. You want to feel taken care of. You want to feel trusting, right? Like you can trust another person because you trust yourself. You want to feel loved because you love yourself. You see the best in you, so you see the best in others. Everything is within you because it is a feeling. You're going after a feeling here. We think it's something external, you know, the man, the great relationship, the family, the exclusivity of someone, but it's actually a feeling. So if you want to streamline this, which I love to do because I want to make things simple and just as much as I can attract and manifest as quickly as possible. What is that feeling that will give to you that man that you want? Feeling saved, feeling cherished, feeling adored, feeling taken care of, like feeling deeply in who you are, feeling secure. And we'll talk about that in the next episode because that's another thing. If you really want a confident, specifically confident man, you have to be confident within yourself. Everything is inside out. The universe is a mirror. So if you want certain qualities, do you have those qualities within you? Nothing is random. Everything is from within. If you want a certain type of man, are you that type of woman? Right? If you want a kind, caring, loving man, are you a kind, caring, loving woman? If you want a man who puts you first, can you also put your priorities first? Right? It's like everything is just a mirror to you, to how you're feeling in this moment. So what you need to realize, it's the shift is within. When you shift within, it's really the shortcut, right? We think it's like another man. We need to switch cities. We need to do anything else. That could help, right? But reality is your energy and your thoughts are still the same. So unless you don't change something within you, you're still going to have the same results, whether it's in Iceland or Sweden or New York or wherever you go, because you take you with you everywhere you go. So to wrap this up and really allow you to settle in this truth, because we are not taught this anywhere else. It's really, we are all energy. And what your energy and frequency is what you are continuously receiving in your life. You're continuously experiencing in your life. So if you do not want to experience a certain thing, we need to change those thoughts to feel better and believe better about men, about love, about you, right? At first, it's going to be weird because you've told yourself a lie so long that you believed it to be true. You've told yourself a lie so long that you believed it to be true. And so that's why you see, right? You see bad people, you see bad men, you see only cheaters, you see yourself as undeserving, you see yourself as you can't be happy with a great man because of XYZ, right? So now it's changing those thoughts, looking at yourself differently. And I talk about this in my 3rd episode of really staying in your power for you, because it's from within. So these episodes and my style of coaching and opening your mind, realizing that you are powerful and magnificent and you have the power. There's nothing outside of you. That's really like the harder way to do it because we're going to still trip up, right? It's like we're going to not learn. It's like the easier way is just working on yourself, from the inside out. The universe, all it's doing, it's projecting, it's giving you what you're constantly focusing on, what you're constantly thinking about. So notice, are you thinking of what you don't want more or what you do want more? Are you thinking about things that you don't have more or what you do have more? Because you will receive more of that. If you're constantly telling yourself you're alone, I won't find him, no one, no one's good, all the good men are taken. It's like you will continue to feel more alone and alone because that's what you're focused on. The universe always says yes. It's like, okay, yep. And I'm going to let her meet another man. And those are the lenses that you see. And your brain is always just scanning for what you believe to be true. Oh, men are terrible. Okay, so, I see. Never mind. He didn't help her out. If you have different lenses, when you change your perception, you change what you see. It could be the same thing, but your feeling is different. Your experience will be different. Your attraction point is different. You will no longer attract men who are insecure, who want to use you because you've changed your thoughts about yourself and them. So now your feeling is a lot more secure, a lot more confident, a lot more trusting. So even if men aren't trustworthy, you can pick that up. There's a disconnect there. So everything that you want to attract and have the best, fulfilling, satisfying, loving, cherished relationship comes from within, from the feelings. So what you could do is make a list, right? What do you want? Is it a healthy, committed, masculine man? A relationship, a healthy relationship, and list out all the feelings of how you would feel. What is it that you would feel? Loved, cherished, adored, prioritized, right? Taken care of. It's like those feelings, start feeling them now. That is the ingredients for the soup, right? You want to have some soup, we need to have some ingredients for that soup. Start feeling those feelings now. That is the ingredients that you need to attract that specific type of manifest and attract that particular man or whatever it is that you want in a relationship. Those are the ingredients. That is your recipe. And start embodying, feeling, and notice what thoughts come up, right? What thoughts is your mind creating that prevent that from happening? And what are the thoughts that you need to change to be able to create that feeling within you? That is the shortcut. Simple, easy, and it's just starting to use our own power of our mind, our own power of our thoughts, our own power of creating our own feelings to actually create and focus on what we do want, not on what we don't want, what we have been told. Like, what do you want to create? And that's your North Star in relationship, and we're going for that. That is really what you're looking for. So the answer, the solution of finding a great man and attracting a good man and having the relationship of your dreams is not outside of you. It's not in a different city. It's you are creating that within you. Nothing is random. We're actually taking the power back, the reins, the control of our life. And we're now starting to feel the feelings from that recipe that we created to attract now that type of man, right? How do you want to feel with this man? How will this relationship make you feel? How are you feeling with your own self, right? Secure, taken care of. And notice what feelings feel like doubtful, second guessing. It's like, that's not it. We're not attracting a confident man if we're not confident and secure within ourselves. So notice also, what is your gap there? Because that's also really useful, because there's a feeling there that you're creating that is not part of the recipe that's getting in the way. So we need to sort of diminish that feeling with the good feelings, emotions that you do want. So let me know how this episode is landing for you. And if you have any questions on really the recipe and what you want to create in your life, like what is the freaking love life that you want? What is the freaking amazing man that you want? Healthy, committed, masculine man. and start diving into those feelings. Really, what you feel is what you are attracting, and that comes from the thoughts that we're having. Your thoughts are not private. They are sending out to the universe a signal of what you want to have in your life. If men suck, men will suck. It's, if men are dogs, men will be dogs, because that is the thoughts, the signal that you're putting out into the universe, because you keep continuing to have those thoughts and feel that way. And that is exactly what you will get back. Okay. Nothing is random. Nothing is outside of you. You are creating that reality for yourself, whether we want to admit it or not. But I think, to be honest, I think that's great. I think it's great because we can take our power back. We can actually now realize, oh shoot, what was the thought that I was having, right? What am I constantly thinking about when I keep attracting this type of man? Because the universe is just a reflection of what I'm feeling about them, of myself, of love, of the thoughts that I'm having, the beliefs, right? The perceptions of what I believe to be true for myself and men. So if you have any questions about this work or creating your own recipe, just email me at maria@iamcoachmaria.com, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.